Well, good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening, as we're now on Tuesday, and we're at the 6th of February, 2024, 5:40 p.m. Central Time. And there's so much news today, it's hard to decipher everything. Let's start first with what we know is no news for tomorrow. We get the Mortgage Bankers Association number. That comes out at 6. Trade balance data, that's going to come out at 7:30. We're going to get the petroleum stocks at 9:30. The Federal Reserve consumer credit data, that's going to be an important number. That's going to come out at 2 o'clock. They're looking for it to expand by $14 billion, and that compares to the prior month's blowout, which was 23.7. We're starting to see, by the way, about a 3-4% delinquency rate starting to show up. Credit cards, auto payments, things of that nature. Fed members, they're going to speak tomorrow. Governor Kugler. Then we get Fed President Barkin. We're going to also get Boston Fed President Collins is going to speak tomorrow. So we got quite a bit coming out through there. But today, you notice that ex-President Trump, losing another case, an appeals case. Now, he is not being treated as a president for the statements he made for the insurrection. So, obviously, there's going to be an appeal to the Supreme Court. Number one, will they hear it? Number two, if they don't hear it, what happens? They don't have to hear it. They choose what they want to hear. And the appeals court was, all the members voted against the president. So that becomes important. What this does is it keeps Nikki Haley very much, it's like a lifeline. It throws it to her. What if the president were found guilty? What if the case is heard early before the election? I don't know. What happens to the voter base at that point? Could he be convicted of something? Could he go to jail for something? I have no idea, but it's getting wilder by the minute. Then we have Israel and Hamas. Today, what we saw is that it appears that there is a very good chance for maybe a 40-day truce that can expand to something else. The sad part is we're getting word now as they get closer to the truce, facts start coming out. So out of the 130 hostages that were held, we're hearing 50 more might be dead, and there might be only 80 remaining at this point in time. Israel's, of course, threatening to ramp up and go further into Rafah now and attacking elements there. Ideally, something happens here with peace at that point in time. But it is wild. Earnings galore still coming out in the market. For the first time in a while, the gold market's gotten, in my opinion, back into the bullish camp in the market for the near term. Dollar seeing a bit of a correction as a number of currencies are slowly trying to rise against it. I can't use that word enough, slowly, not going up or down by a big number. As we're taking a look at what's going on in the energy markets, the IEA coming out and they're saying that 290,000 barrel a day increase they were looking for is going to be shaved to maybe 170,000 barrels a day. We won't pick up again until 2025 from the looks of it, from whatever reasons they've got. I'll write about it in tonight's report. I'll have all the facts. We're looking at bonds and notes stable, but they did today get rid of some of the yield that they've added just recently, which I think is important. If we look at the gold, the big question, and I mentioned it yesterday, will this break be able to carry to the 18-week average of closes, or is it going to, again, make an attempt like it's getting to it and turn itself back up? If you take a look at the chart action here, you've really gone nowhere in a very long period of time. It's just short-term waves like that, not really going one way or the other. The swing line today's now got higher lows and higher highs. That's why I say the market turned up. You get to see that here and notice the battleground. The 18-day average of closes, we're staying there. We've come down a couple of times to the 200-day average, not the 100. We've held it, and we haven't gone to a Bollinger Band bottom yet at all. Rather, the market is sitting here over the 18-day average, and the next resistance back at the 2072 level. In terms of momentum, we've had a correction that's gone flat. So I'm back in the friendly camp until you take out the lows right through here. And specifically, that low would be, I'll give you the number right now, 20, 30, 80. So you got to hit 20, 30, 70 to negate the attempt at being bullish again, with resistance up at 2072. Gold-silver ratio continues to favor gold as the market is staying over the 18-day average of closes. In silver, as you can see, not a pattern at all like the gold. More of a pattern that you came up, you challenged the 100-day average, went back down to the Bollinger Band zone, coming back here, but no trend. You have a higher high and lower low. In the copper market, we have fallen back into the support. China's playing games. They're trying to make you think, and don't fall for it, that their stock market has support and they're doing well. They had the biggest rally that they've recently had since 2022 or so. Let me tell you how this works. You can't go short. You can't sell stock that you own. And they've got their regulator coming in and buying stock right now, all because President Xi is trying to make it appear as though the reforms they're putting in are starting to work and the stock market's going up. You can't fool us all. And that isn't it. You take the selling pressure off a market artificially, and any buying you want to do can push a price up, right? That's what you're dealing with there. We will see, though, how the economy actually fares. I want them to do better, as so many people do. It helps the world economy. So we will see. There's more figures that are going to come out. They're going to do a lot of things in China to try to support their market. I mention that because copper counts on it so much. Copper's void of a trend right here. You have a higher high, a lower low pattern. You're in oversold territory. You're fighting a battle between the 100-day average in green up to the gray line, which is the 200 and the 18-day average of closes. When we step over to the platinum market, it is still very much in the bear camp. I don't know if it has a lot of momentum down here, but if it does, 886.80 is a number it could get to. The resistance is going to be against this last rally high in the 915 area. And if you notice, 927.50 is the 100-day average. That's all your resistance areas. I see it in the market. And in the dollar, we got up yesterday, stuck our head up over the upper Bollinger Band, right back down under it. Now the question is, do you embed, or is this an overbought market that starts rolling downward and carries the market back down? You're not trending. You've had a heck of a correction. Remember, this market has gone from near 100 up to the 104.40 area, and now it seems to be stalling a little bit. The question is, what happens with U.S. interest rates? What's going on in the economy? I can tell you a few things that are impacting it. It does not look like we'll have a border deal. It does not yet appear that they're going to get money for Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan. The Senate might try to do things where they break them apart and have deals there, but the House has said it won't take it. We are back to what we are. We're very good at being dysfunctional in America. We are. March is around the corner. What's the next drop-dead date for the budget? I think it's March 1st, one of the dates, right? Have you heard any word on the budget talk at all? I have not. So does that mean we're going to kick the can down the road one more time? Probably. Being an election year, they're not going to shut the government down and not get checks out and things of that nature. Too much to risk for both parties. But I don't know that either party is capable of making a decision. And it still appears that President Trump behind the scenes is running what's going on the border deal. So it's a shame, but I don't think anything's going to get done on it. And I haven't read enough, nor do I understand what I read. I read a lot. I don't understand what they like and don't like, to be very honest. So with that, it gets to be an interesting time in the markets, all right? We got very close today to losing the bullishness in the Dow. It kept it with a late-day rally. It's got to prove it can hold it overnight. Otherwise, I think it's slightly vulnerable here. Now, I want to remind you, we have so much for you to take advantage of, be it our free courses, be it our strategies for trading in any type of market, free access to our charting software, for example. You can play this game with our trading kit right through here. You can get our daily QT price count, a free trial to see how that thing works for you. Our Market Center, I love the Market Center, especially the mobile app. For those of you that have gotten it, I think you'll agree. You can read it, you can read the charts. You know, the design of it was made so that people, elderly people, can read. Elderly being 30 years old and older, you guys, okay? A lot of people, you don't need the glasses to read this, and we did it. And by the way, there's a button on it you hit to make everything small like most sites have. You'll get more data, a different viewpoint, if that's what you want. Remember, ours also talks to you in the quotes. So to recite the quotes to you as they're coming right through, as you're driving your car, you just can say with your voice commands, hey, play blah, blah, blah. It's going to do it. And you can keep up with the market. So give yourself a free try. All you need to do is you click on these blue buttons. You go to iraepstein.com. That's iraepstein.com. And you then go to free offers on the top left, or you can move your cursor up here and take advantage of it that way. I'm Ira. You have yourself a good evening. I'll talk to you all tomorrow.